So if you teach, let's say, a second grader the multiplication table, right? And if you give them calculator and the large language models or kind of language calculators, so the second grader would not learn any concepts around it, would just know where is the multiplication button. And then when the exams come without calculator, right, they would fail. But then if the calculator is given to, let's say, 12th grader, it's an excellent tool because then you focus on physics, right, like on higher level concepts, and you don't need to do the calculation with 5-digit numbers, right? So the analogy here for the ChatGPT, language models, all sorts of these advanced tools, right? Wouldn't you say that there need to be some kind of basis on which to build up with these, or you just give it straight out of nothing?
Yeah, for sure. Like your analogy is totally on point, and I totally agree. I'm not like a ministry. I'm not working in Ministry of Education. I'm not like I don't have any particular knowledge, and I feel it's just my experience from practice. So I totally agree that you first need to understand the fundamentals of that, around the thing, and it's like I think for schools to decide, when we should introduce that. But my opinion is that for sure we need to introduce. The question is when, on what fields, on what practices, how the rules of a game should be played, in that sense. So yeah, for sure. Also, we don't need to think that only like. We just allow people to choose like ChatGPT or AI tools in general, and everything will be fine. We need to start also thinking how to use these tools in practice, how to do that properly. We need to introduce to hallucinations, to understand the common pitfalls of these tools, because we are not we are far from perfect,
Sure,
right now. One of the most frequent problem I would say is people are mixing Google and ChatGPT. And for example, we asked especially 1 year or 2 years before when ChatGPT was pretty
And they use even free version.
Yes, free version without no internet connection. Maybe even when it was no internet connection at all, we didn't have it. So for example, we ask ChatGPT, one person asked ChatGPT, what's the weather today in Vilnius or Kaunas? ChatGPT says it's 35 degrees Celsius, and it's winter, for example. and when people say, oh, well, ChatGPT is not a great tool, it's low quality, I won't use it, it's like a scam, And we just don't understand the underlying patterns, how this tool works, and we just say, oh, this tool is not for me. So such and similar stories are very frequent.